Hello, this is my system for my project, Drip, Drench, or Drought. I'm here to explain how it works. The idea behind this system is it's meant to add moisture to soil whenever the moisture of the soil gets too low. So if you had a plant in the soil, you would give it water automatically only when the plant needs water. So the way I do this is by using a soil moisture sensor to detect what the moisture level is in the soil. And here I have it in water. It would be in soil in an actual system. I use water to simulate high moisture and low moisture environments. So I'm just going to leave it in there for right now. I'm going to use a pump and a valve, which require 12 volts, which I get from this power supply, to send water to the soil. I use an Arduino to decide when the soil needs water, and to do a couple other things. I'll get to that later. And I use a relay to make sure that only the pump and the valve are getting the 12 volts, because a lot of the equipment here can't handle 12 volts. In order to activate, to work with this system, I use this user interface. The LEDs tell me when systems are operational, and I can turn it on via that switch. And I guess I should do that. So let's turn it on. So that sound tells me that it's initialized. So right now it's taking readings from the soil moisture sensor, and because it's in water, it's telling it that the moisture is high. Now to simulate a low moisture environment so we can get this system to water the soil, I'm going to remove the sensor. So you might hear after that long pause, some like lights went on and some sounds were made. That's the pump and the valve being activated for for about a second, and that's to just slowly get water to the soil. You don't want to flood the soil in an actual system, so that's the idea behind that. It keeps bringing water to the soil every 10 seconds. Okay, so the water's starting to get released to the soil. It takes a while for the water to get, because we're very slowly pumping it out. We don't want to flood the soil. And in an actual system, it would be checking the moisture of the soil, and it would tell that the moisture is getting higher, so then it could stop the system. Now, one big thing that could become a problem with a system like this is if there were a leak. There's a lot of places where there could be a leak. And a way to get around that is to use a system kind of like this. I call it the Leak 3000. The way this detects leaks is right now it's an open circuit. You might be able to see there's two wires going through this Nerf bullet. The Arduino will detect when this circuit is closed. Now, in an actual system, water would close the circuit to tell that a leak has started, but here we're going to just use this screwdriver. So you hear that it can tell there's a leak, and that shuts off all systems. So now we can turn it off to make sure it doesn't leak anymore, and then we could fix the leak. So yeah, that is basically this system in a nutshell.
Well, you
And different machines are set up different ways. Some read in radius, some read in diameter. So you have to take a test bed.
can